Hey guys, just Gadamu here with another custom Gundam MSA tutorial. Today I'm covering how to build a Leo early type. Leo early type is a custom of mine. Basically, it's a Tallgeese conversion over to be a Leo. Josh Cerna did this several years ago, but he never did a video of it, and the pictures he posted were pretty grainy. So I've always wanted to do it myself, and back then I tried it a couple years ago, a year or two ago, and got stuck. And so this time I made it through. So I'm pretty happy. So I trimmed the knees. I removed the paint off the feet and off the torso. You can see a few white dots there. Paint removal on these wing figures is challenging apparently because it's really thick paint. So I actually threw the second foot in the acetone jar and let it sit for 20 minutes or something before I went and scraped it off with a Q-tip. Essentially scraped it off instead of rubbing it off you normally do, wearing down the paint. So that worked kind of well, and probably soaking it and then using a toothpick on the little nooks and crannies might actually work pretty well. Still never get out all the lines, like the side lines of the feet. That's there to stay, most likely. Took the shield and I took the little saber holder off and I just stuck it in the hand. I was going to do paint removal on the shield so it would be gray, but it turns out the shield underneath all of that paint is white. And being that this paint is incredibly thick and challenging to get off, I was like, nope, pass. Just took the Doberman gun and gave it to him because I didn't have any spare Leo weapons for him. This is a resin cast head, courtesy of Josh Cerna. I literally just plastic injection molded this week. So, if I get my hands on some white plastic material, I should be actually able to make white Leo heads. That, in theory, I should test this, can be dyed. That's right. Yeah. It's a hard plastic, not a soft plastic, but nonetheless, kind of exciting. The lower torso, I took the paint off, and these are the Tallgeese's shoulder joints, if you will. They're inside the Tallgeese's shoulder. You can pluck them out. There's a little peg that sticks up, and I trimmed those off. Building the head to fit into the body was the hardest part. I had to cut out this area for his snout, but I also needed an incredibly large drill bit to stick in there and just drill down in. The last piece is not my favorite, but if you leave the Tallgeese's butt cover on there with its boosters or whatever it is, it looks exactly like Tallgeese. Like, you've got to do enough custom work to the figure that it no longer feels like Tallgeese. And so I just took the beam saber holder and I glued it on there after I trimmed some things down. Is it perfect? No. But he could hold two sabers behind him, kind of like the GM command. And that isn't too bad. So next, I need to dye him, and I haven't decided. Part of me wants to dye him yellow. I'm going to leave all of the gray parts gray. That white on the shield is going to remain because paint removal on these guys is... I removed paint off one foot. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh, this paint's so thick. It does not come off easily. So, I need to paint to dye this guy. I use fabric dye with vinegar in it. Unless I'm using the artificial dye, no vinegar needed. In order to get it to take into the resin cast, I need to use salt. And it'll probably take salt to go into the plastic that I'm plastic injection molding with. Though that's just a theory, hasn't been tested, so catching me right in the midst. Anyways, I'm pretty excited about this guy. I'm happy. Let me know what you think. I might very well make him blue. No, I might make him yellow and then dye him blue and hopefully get a nice green. But I want to see him in yellow, so I think I'm going to do that first. Later.